In this video, we're going to be looking at using trigonometry to calculate an angle. Now we know it's trigonometry because it's a right angle triangle and there is an angle in there, although we can't see it yet. The question says calculate the size of FGH. Now because it's three letters, we know we're looking for an angle. And the angle is always located at the middle letter. So I'm going to put an X where the G is. So, because it's trigonometry, we have to label our sides properly, find the right angle, and then the side opposite is our hypotenuse. Find the angle, then the opposite side is our opposite, and then the last side is our adjacent. Now, because it's trigonometry, we write down SOHCAHTOA, which is SOHCAHTOA. Now looking at our triangle, two sides contain information, our opposite and our adjacent. So we know that we're using TOA. So we draw our smaller triangle to begin with, spelling out the word TOA in the right places. Then we draw a larger version of the triangle where we fill in the information. Now the T stands for tan. Now normally here we'd put the angle in, but because we don't know the angle, we're going to use tan minus 1. That reminds us that we're looking for an angle. Our O is 5.1 and our A is 8.7. So on our calculators, we type in tan to the minus 1. Now remember, to get tan to the minus 1, you press shift first and then you press tan. That tells your calculator you're looking for an angle. Then we use our fraction button, and we've got 5.1 on top, and it's over 8.7. Now, unless you're told otherwise, you always give angles to the nearest degree. So that will give us 30 degrees. Sometimes you might be asked for three significant figures, in which case you'd end up giving it to one decimal place, potentially two decimal places. But if not, always go to the nearest angle. So again, in this question, we're looking for an angle, and it's BCA. C is the middle letter, so that's where we're going to put the X. Now we're going to write out SOHCAHTOA, so that we know which ratio it is that we're using. Label the angle or the triangle. So this is our hypotenuse, as it's opposite to the right angle. This is our opposite, so that makes this one our adjacent. We've got the hypotenuse and the adjacent with information on, so that means that we're using cosine. So we're going to draw our triangles. We've got our cosine triangle, then we draw it larger with the correct information put in there. Now because we don't know the angle, we're going to go for cos minus 1 to remind us we're looking for the angle. Our A, or our adjacent, is 7 and our hypotenuse is 12. So on our calculators, we're going to type in cos to the minus 1, 7 over 12. And remember, we round this to the nearest whole number. And that will give us 54 degrees.